You're watching TelecomTV from the MEF annual members meeting in Boston. And I'm joined now by Michael Strople, who is chairman of the MEF and also president of Zayo Managed Services. Michael, good to see you again. Thanks for joining us on TelecomTV once more. At this year's annual members event, what was the message you gave to the MEF's members during the plenary at the meeting?
MEF is a member-driven organization, and we succeed or we don't based on the contributions and the engagement of our members. And I offered them a hearty congratulation for their work over the past 2 years on driving the agenda of MEF forward. And we've made real strides transitioning from a definition and the creation of a carrier Ethernet market to defining lifecycle orchestration and the LSO framework. And perhaps the strongest evidence of that, in the past quarter, we set a record for the number of new members joining the MEF. And that to me is evidence that those companies are joining an organization that they see transforming our industry. And I wanted to congratulate each and every one of the members for their contributions and what they did to make that happen.
It's very encouraging that you've got a growth in members. Are they coming from the traditional markets, or are we seeing some new markets joining?
In fact, they're coming from the least traditional areas. So we're finding integrators, we're finding cloud providers. It really is broadening our representation from across what is an evolving industry.
Sure. So on the agenda, you obviously want to accelerate some issues forward and some initiatives forward, and you mentioned LSO as being an important one, and also the overall growth of Carrier Ethernet 2.0.
LSO is for sure the focus and the framework, and we've got some exciting things on the agenda this year as we make LSO become real. The framework translates through some proof of concepts. We'll also launch MEF.net, which is our sandbox where our members from across the industry can actually try some LSO things and make things real between them on their own or between them. So excited about a lot of things on the agenda for the coming year.
Well, that sounds good, right? So sort of follow up on what's happening with the sandbox later on, once some of the members have started to use it. But for now, what would you say are the most significant developments that have shaped the services market since we last met this time last year?
The single biggest thing, I think, is the adoption of cloud and the move and the shift of enterprises across all industries, whether it's entertainment through biotech and what they're doing with cloud technologies. And of course, the shift to the cloud doesn't work without an underlying network, which is really where our LSO framework and our third network vision is so helpful in guiding an industry in if we want to move to cloud, what do we need from a network? And the simple answer is, well, it is the third network and the definition of the third network that MEF has been advocating.
We have been talking in the industry about cloud and the move to cloud for quite some time, but is there a bit of a real life lag then from enterprises saying, well, now is the time that we feel we must move that way?
Like so many things, we talk about them for a long time before they're really real, and sometimes we talk about things that never become real. But it's crystal clear that cloud now, we've reached that knee in the curve where it has become real, adoption is accelerating, and we're still at the early days, I'd like to say, yet at the same time, it's clear that a move to the cloud is underway.
So what would you say are the important factors that are shaping customers' buying decisions in this market?
The change with a move to cloud or a move to internetworking broadly changes the buying pattern from being a little less about price. Not that price isn't important, because price always is important, but reliability becomes more and more important as the underlying network services become absolutely integral to the operation of the enterprise. But we're also seeing an emergence of an interest in agility and the agility of that networking service to change rapidly. So while price remains important and reliability is absolutely essential, we're now beginning to see customers want to talk more about agility.
Why is that? Why is agility important to customers?
Their customers are trying to figure out what they are going to do with the service. Their needs are going to change both, with time and over time, and they're looking for a provider that is able to offer that added agility in addition to a competitive price on an extremely resilient and high quality product.
Great. So overall, when we look at the MEF's initiatives in its entirety and the third network vision, we're confident that we've got the right approach here and the market is accepting them.
Agile, assured, and orchestrated being the hallmarks of the third network are absolutely matching the demand that we're seeing in the market.
Thank you very much, Michael. Thank you.